Hey everybody, Joe Joseph here for thedailysheeple.com, and this is insane. New York Times, folks. Holy moly. I mean, this is crazy. Air Force One needs 2 new refrigerators. Together, those 2 new refrigerators cost $24 million, folks. $24 million. Homeowners take comfort, it says. Even the appliances on Air Force One break down. This is more than a quarter of a century after they were installed. 2 of the refrigerators on the president's plane need to be upgraded, and these specially designed chillers aren't cheap. The Boeing company was awarded a nearly $24 million contract in December to engineer the refrigerators for Air Force One, the Defense Department said. Let me just take a second, and I'm going to go to the U.S. Department of Defense, the website, and here it is. It says the Boeing Company, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, has been awarded a $23,657,671 contract for engineering support services for the VC-25 Alpha Gulf 12/Gulf 13 chillers, including prototype design, manufacture and procurement, installation, and the testing of one prototype consisting of both Group A and Group B equipment. I mean, does this sound good? Does it sound like you're getting your money's worth here? Oh, but wait, there's more. The Air Force requires that the current air chillers in the G12 and G13 galleys be modified with new cold food stowage to improve reliability and maintainability, because apparently they didn't have cold food storage on Air Force One prior to this. Like it was, that was just like so too technical for it. What? Yeah. Says work will be performed in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, San Antonio, Texas, and various other locations with an expected completion date of October 30th, 2019. Because to make 2 freaking refrigerators for a freaking airplane, right? You got to work on them in Oklahoma City and in San Antonio and various other locations, by God. This award is a result of a sole source acquisition, meaning they didn't even put it out for bid, folks. Because you know why? It's Boeing. And by God, you can't put anything but a Boeing refrigerator on a Boeing airplane. This is unbelievable. Now listen to this. Perhaps in anticipation of taxpayer sticker shock, the Air Force also said, quote, the engineering required to design, manufacture, and conduct environmental testing and obtain FAA certification were all included in the cost. Oh, well, that makes it all worth it then. Jeez, what were we thinking, guys? I mean, come on. $23.657 million. Air Force One must be able to feed passengers and crews for weeks without resupplying, according to Defense One. Now, according to the site, that would require storing about 3,000 meals in huge refrigerators and freezers below the passenger cabins. Now, 2 galleys can provide up to 100 meals at one sitting, according to the Air Force. Now, this, my friends, if you really want to know, falls down into the avenue of the $500 hammer. And this is how it goes. So anytime we buy something at the store, oftentimes it's mass produced. Okay. So when a company wants to buy something and this manufacturer will put this hammer up for sale, it does so because it's in current production. You know, so they're mass producing hundreds of thousands of hammers at one point in time. That's why you can get a hammer at Lowe's for $10, right? Now, let's just say that you have a special request that that hammer be made out of a special material. Let's just say, for example, MIL. If you don't know what MIL is, it's a nickel iron type of alloy. And so the manufacturer tools up, changes all the molds, redoes his whole assembly line to make 2 MIL hammers. Now, all of that setup gets rolled into that cost. And when you take all that setup and you roll it into that cost to tool up an entire assembly line for 2 hammers, it ends up costing like a $500 hammer. And that cost is then passed along to the government or whatever customers out there. Hence the reason why you have $24 million refrigerators. They have specific requirements that require the assembly line or assembly lines. If you look at the fact that it has to be manufactured in more than one place, it's going to cost a lot because there's only 2. And it ends up being that to tool everything up and to make 2 of these very fancy schmancy refrigerators, it's going to cost $24 million. So that's what happens when you have very niche things. When it's very niche and you have to go ahead and replace things, it gets very expensive. Ask people that own classic cars, they go through the same thing. You know, when you have very niche things that perhaps if you want to bring it back to original spec and they don't make it anymore and you can't find one and you have to have somebody make just one, oh, it can get very expensive indeed. So this isn't something that's very surprising, but of course, when you see this $23.657 million, you do get sticker shock over a couple of refrigerators. Come on, guys. You know, then you look at the requirements. Oh, well, you know, maybe it's not so crazy. Well, I think it's crazy. $24 million for 2 refrigerators. We could do something like that. Come on. We have commercial off-the-shelf technology. You can slide it in that airplane. Come on, $24 million. It is what it is, folks. Unless we do something to change the system is not going to change itself. I'm Joe Joseph. This was thedailysheeple.com's News Shot. Feel free to comment below and visit our website at thedailysheeple.com. Hashtag wake the flock up. $24 million. Have a great day.